all of the Easter eggs from Bad Bunny's Super Bowl. We are going to discuss all of the fantastic moments from Bad Bunny's Super Bowl performance. My name is Gabby. I am a teacher, a dancer, a performer, and we are going to talk about all of the little hidden things that Benito put in his 2026 Super Bowl performance. This is not the first thing that is symbolized, but to me as a teacher, this was the biggest shouting moment for me. And it's a simple one: Bad Bunny's name. He didn't say this halftime show is brought to you by Bad Bunny. He said this show is brought to you by Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio. This might seem like a really small thing, but as a teacher, the first thing we teach children about their identities is their name. Our names have power, our names have meaning, our names have reason, and for too long our names have been stripped from us from those who do not choose to learn it. One of the biggest acts of revolution and self-advocacy that you can have is the ability to teach people your name. I knew right from that first opening, he had me, which Benito always has me, but he had me in the palm of his hand. Second thing was la caña. Sugarcane is a huge crop in Puerto Rico and was an extremely big crop in the Caribbean during times of enslavement. In the sugarcane fields is where Bomba and Plena came to be. Field laborers saw these dances and these songs as essential, not only to work, rhythm, signals of the oppressor, and just community, love, and acceptance. In the sugarcane fields is not only where the work was done, but it was where the joy, the heart, and the soul of Puerto Rico begins. It's also a great little nod that field workers are the backbone of every economy. They are essential, they are important, and they are to be respected. As somebody whose abuelo is a field worker, that was one of those messages that just hit so close to my heart. As he walks through the fields of sugarcane, we then see a million different representations of our culture. From the coco frio that we constantly drink on the beach, to los tios playing dominos, the nail tech making sure the set is on. My set is coming tomorrow. Don't look at my nails right now. The concrete blocks that make our casitas, and all of the beautifully colored piraguas. I also did see that they had different flags on the piraguas. I'm going back and forth on whether or not those are the stops he's made so far on his Debí Tirar Más Fotos tour, or if they coincide with the different countries that he's singing about his girlfriends at. Hi there, this is Editing Gabby. Yes, I am dressed like somebody's Theo. I'm just coming in to let you know that I'm gonna be popping in every now and then on this video as more information has come out, and I got to do a little more research to find more Easter eggs. After all the videos for the Super Bowl halftime breakdown are up, I will also be releasing a reading guide for if you want to read more books that talk about the iconic moments of Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime show. Let's get back into it. We then have the taco stands, los boxeros, and of course, the gold jewelry. I sped through this part a little bit because tacos are obviously not something that is native to Puerto Rico, but I just found out that the taco stand at the Super Bowl halftime show, Villa's Tacos, is the restaurant of Los Angeles chef Victor Villa. It is apparently one of the most beloved neighborhood taquerias in LA and even has a Michelin star. Boxing, on the other hand, is a huge part of Puerto Rican culture. The boxer that was showcased wearing the Puerto Rican flag on his shorts is Sander Sayas. He just won the middleweight championship for boxing last month. Shout out to my niece because she posted about him so much, and that's the only reason I know. It is a rite of passage to have your name on a gold necklace, in your earrings, or on your bracelet. Bling is the name of the game, and gold is the color of the sun. We then make it to one of the major symbols of this revolution, La Casita. La Casita is the symbol of home. When you go to Puerto Rico, you are going to see a million homes that look exactly like this with different colors. I'm gonna include my grandparents' home here. In front of the casita, he of course had iconic Latino celebrities: Caribe, Karol G, Jessica Alba, Miss Sue Storm herself, and Pedro Pascal. And Young Miko. Guys, I'm old. I'm so sorry. It's my own generational fault that I did not recognize who that was. I've started listening to her music now. If you don't understand the significance of those people, I don't know what to tell you. But they're a big deal, baby. And then the moment that got me screaming, not that there weren't a million already, the slices of reggaeton. Reggaeton has come a long way, and for Bad Bunny to fly the way he is, there were those that walked before him. Specifically, Don Omar and the man that had my heart, Daddy Yankee. The way I thought that man was there. Benito has never shied from sharing the stage with the greats. He is educated in what he has been able to do and the people who have done it before him. Next, we got the beautiful image of El Sapo Concho. For those of you who do not know, this is an endangered species in Puerto Rico. The reason that he chose El Sapo Concho instead of El Coqui as his symbol for this tour was to talk about the resources on the island. How is the environment being treated? It's subtle, it's playful. El Concho is hilarious the entire tour, but the message is deep as long as you pay attention to it. Then we get direct eye contact. Benito in your soul, reminding you that the most important belief to have in this life is the belief in yourself.
Nunca dejes de creer en mí. Tú también deberías de creer en ti. Vale más de lo que piensas. Créeme.
While this is something that all celebs kind of say, it is different to have a celebrity on one of the biggest world stages say this to you in Spanish. That message isn't just for anybody. It's for all of the immigrants, all of the kids, all of the adults who are bilingual, learning English, don't know it. He's speaking to us, to la cultura, to his people, to remind us that what we have is enough. Who we are is incredible. And we need to have that belief so deeply ingrained in ourselves that nobody can take it from us. All right, y'all. The reveal that gave me goosebumps. Lady Gaga. There was so much symbolism in the Lady Gaga of it all. To start, Lady Gaga herself is a symbolism for weirdos everywhere. Love, joy, and representation have essentially been her message for her entire career. Then we, of course, have her fit. Gaga's dress, azul celeste. For those of you who don't know, the original bandera de Puerto Rico had the blue triangle in azul celeste to represent the clear waters, not in the American navy blue. The use of that flag was banned by the US government in 1948 as it was seen as a symbol of independence and Puerto Rican pride and strength. Lady Gaga is wearing Flor de Maga. The Flor de Maga is the national flower for Puerto Rico. We haven't even gotten to Los Sobrinos, who are playing behind her. Los Sobrinos is a band made up primarily of local musicians from La Isla who all went to a performing arts school. Their name, Los Sobrinos, literally means the nephews. And it again embodies that idea of bringing home, family, and love on the journey with you. I saw them live at the Residencia and they are insane. The stage on which they're playing obviously represents Viejo San Juan. You can see El Morro in the background. And now I need the internet's help because I want to know who these two young salsa dancers are. They were incredible. Y ese nene durmiendo, that little kid sleeping in the corner, rite of passage in all Latino parties. Obviously, we are in Nueva York. We have the Barbero, the Bodega, and Doñita. I had to look this one up. Doñita is a Brooklyn staple, having one of the last Puerto Rican social clubs in NYC. Make sure that you visit Doñita. Make sure that you keep her open and running. We need to get back to having more social meetup spots where we can conduct our business on the down low. This moment right here had me sobbing. There's just always this moment in life when you look back at your younger self and you are literally handing your dreams back to that child. Debí Tirar Más Foto has been the revolution of Benito being himself. Those parts of ourselves as a kid that we sometimes hide away, that sometimes people shame out of us, it is the evolution of loving that version of you. Also, the little match and fit, him as a kid in this photo versus this little boy was so cute. Ricky Martin. Honestly, this isn't really an Easter egg, but it's Ricky Martin. Ricky! Y'all do not realize how big it is for him to be saying, que no me quite la bandera, don't take my flag, while sitting in the classic image from the Debí Tirar Más Foto album. It was just such a moment. Again, Ricky Martin is one of those that walked, so that Benito could fly. Up next, we have the electrical malfunction. This wasn't even a subtle protest. Benito showed this image, brought out la bandera con el color celeste, and then started singing apagón. There's no way to take that other than an act of revolution. For those of you who don't know, Puerto Rico has had extreme power outages and power insecurity since even before Hurricane Maria. Mis abuelos spent a total of 8 months without power after La Tormenta Maria, and then even then, power was only restored when my grandfather paid an electrician to restore it to El Barrio. When there is no power on the isla, many times there is also no water, leading to water insecurity. This is a problem that has been purposefully mismanaged, and for those of you who do not know, Santurce and many parts of San Juan have currently been without water for over 13 days. This is an obvious failure in the US management of the island, and one that at this point has clearly become purposeful. If you do not have electricity or running water, you are more likely to leave or abandon your ancestral home, therefore leaving space for industrialists, billionaires, and others to buy up property on the island and abuse its natural resources. If you want to learn more about the power and water issues in Puerto Rico, I recommend following Bianca. She worked in collaboration with Bad Bunny to create a 20-minute documentary about the manipulation of resources on the island. If you have 15 minutes for the Super Bowl halftime show, you have 20 minutes for this documentary. We are getting to one of the biggest closing moments in Super Bowl history. Benito bringing out every single flag that represents America. It is so important for us to not confuse United States of America with America. North and South America make up a multitude of countries and islands, and sometimes we get so focused on the idea that America is the only, when really it is just a part of the Americas. It is an important reminder that we are of a larger group, a larger thing, and a larger cause, and it is important to consider our effect on others every single day. I'm also just gonna bring up that when he did this and really pushed to the front, the costumes that were next to him were the parranda, which are the traveling musicians, and the bomba dancers. Bomba is again a dance created from our African roots that represent the enslavement, the Middle Passage, and are at the core of Puerto Rican culture. Bomba dancers speak stories with their skirts and their dancing, and them being at the front is again a reminder that Blackness built this country. And the last little thing that I noticed, I know I'm missing the football, that's not really an Easter egg, that's kind of a major in-your-face thing, is having La Bandera de Puerto Rico being the final thing that was shot into the sky for all to see in and out of the stadium. What was your favorite Super Bowl moment? Let me know if I missed any Easter eggs in the comments down below, or let me know if you had any different interpretations of the things that I noticed. I hope everybody enjoyed the game and had fun dancing to the Super Bowl halftime show. See you later.